Okay, this will be an interesting one. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. $400 for this. Actually, I'm thinking we're going to use a map for this. It's got lots of fine lines. We're not going to lighten that off too much. I'm actually thinking we're going to leave it in the centre. Okay, let's see what we have. We have here what they call a doodle notebook. Okay, this is like what you have when you don't have a computer, like a what they now call a notebook computer or a laptop. You have one of these. I've actually got a notepad that I use. I might have a use for this one. I don't know. Just drop the dot feeder on it. But a lot of people still use notepads, as in paper notepads like this. Not all of them use laptops or what they call notebook computers. This looks quite interesting. We've got the edge though. That edge looks a bit shithouse. Wondering what we're going to do with this. So we're just going to overlap it on the edge. I don't know where that came from, that must be that bit of green there. I'm just going to overlap it a little bit over the edge, just a smidge. It's probably going to be like a shadowy piece there. It's probably going to be like a shadow, for all I know. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, you can still see there's a shadow now. There's a bit of a greeny, shadowy bit, but we can't really help it. Wondering where the centre of this job is going to be. Maybe we've made it too big. I'm not sure how to make this look any good. Maybe we can make it on the horizontal. We're going to make it 360, and on the vertical we're going to also make it 360. So we're going to get away from using the full enlargement, the 400%. Let's see how that looks. That looks more interesting. That looks interesting. Still don't know if it's going to look any good. That looks quite nice. It might be a little bit on the minimalist side, perhaps. Wondering what we're going to do with this. If we're going to do something different, we're going to have a look at it. I'm actually this is a tricky one, folks. Very difficult trying to use this piece. I'm going to try and maybe use that area there. So we're going to just put it on the glass like so, and just hopefully the word doodle won't show up on here. So I'm just pushing it up against the edge there and just drop the dock feeder on it and see what we get. Let's see how that works. Yeah, oh yeah, it looks good. The only thing is I've got that little bit there where the edge of the page is lifting off the glass on the edge. So I'm going to try and fix that if I can. Try and maybe, it's difficult, I might have to overlap it just a little bit, little itty bitty bit, overlap it, folks, so I don't get that horrible black edge. I was hoping it was going to be easy, but it's not always the case, folks, often. Yeah, that looks better now. We've just got a little bit of a shadow, but that's fine. I'm wondering where the centre of the job is actually going to be. I'm actually thinking it's going to be there, right where the trouble is, funnily enough, oddly enough. But it might make it look a bit more, give it more character to have a little bit of a shadow on the edge. We don't want to make it look sterile like it's been photoshopped. So, yeah. So maybe it's not such a bad thing, folks. So I'm just going to line these up. Just push those out. So just line that up, and we're just going to print off the other two as our usual mirrors. Alright, out come the mirrored pieces to join up with the non-mirrored pieces, the usual pieces. So I'm just going to line these up. Still nudging it a bit, folks. It's a little bit difficult trying to line these up sometimes. Okay, there we have it. That's an interesting pattern, I think now. Wondering if we could call it quits, or maybe trying to decide whether to make another version, but I think this is the right version. I think now we can call it quits.